necromancy. And I think the reasoning is that the full book increases your minion damage, and the minions are like a good portion of the damage you're dealing. So I think that's why. I think the reason people are using Reavers is just to help stay alive. It's like the Ripper is definitely more damage than the Reaver. It on a non-poisonable target. I don't know how it works out on poisonable targets, but nothing here is poisonable. So. Mage is probably the most, I don't want to say most difficult. There's a lot of things with magic that or there's some things with magic that just don't apply to the other combat styles that much, really. Like with magic, you have a greater capacity to slip autos into your rotation, and it's very useful to do so because it synergizes with like your FSOA and Tsunami. So like, yeah, not just for TAA though. So like the thing with magic is you basically need one less tick to get a two-hand auto than the other styles do, right? Like, so for the other styles, like say you're gonna do an auto with melee, you can't do an ability on the same tick, right? So like there's 5 TAA with melee, which is useful sometimes, where you need like just a few % more adrenaline in a rotation, or like just slightly more damage. I mean, because it takes like one less tick than using basic. But for melee, for the other styles, you have to have like, you can't use an auto and an ability on the same tick, right? But with magic you can. If you press the ability, or if you press the auto attack and then the ability on the bar, like you have the auto attack key bound and then you press the ability afterwards, you can use, the auto comes out the same tick as the ability. So in that sense, you need one fewer ticks. And so magic has a greater capacity to slip auto attacks in to its rotations, even just like defensive autos compared to the other styles. So like with range, so a specific example, with range you use a dazing shot, you use an anticipation, like both with the bow, you won't get an auto. With magic, you use a sonic wave with the staff, and then anticipation. If you then press auto ability, you'll get an auto. So, right? And autos are pretty cracked. They actually do a lot of damage. So, magic has a greater capacity to utilize the auto attack than the other styles, and so until you can make decent use of that, your magic magic does such bad damage compared to the other styles with just its abilities that I feel like you really have to be able to make use of things like that in order to deal good damage with magic. Yeah, fair enough. What about Necro autos? Dude, one of the things that kind of irks me about Necro is that like nothing you do is off GCD. You know what I mean? It's like everything you do takes a global cooldown, and so like it feels like there's nothing to do as a necromancer. You know what I mean? It's like, not that I'm good at necromancy or anything, but like I feel like I have nothing to do while I'm sitting there, and so it's just like, it's just I don't want to say brain dead. I think that's too strong, but like I feel like there's not enough opportunities for me to do additional inputs to get a greater outcome in combat. That's the thing. You can pretend to prayer flick, yeah. You don't even need to prayer flick as necromancy, right? It's so stupid. You can just pray against whatever is attacking you and let the ghost heal you, and it's enough. It's like, damn. One of the things that drew me to this game is like the difficulty of it, like the skill level required to do the to do the combat, and necromancy is just not that. I say as I mess up my rotation pretty handily here. But, you know, whatever. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Dude, I have such little adrenaline. What aura am I using? I think I'm on Vampirism. I just, like, I'm not caring too much about the auras. I'm just using whatever's available. Majoret is good. I think that's, for what I'm doing, probably Majoret or Supreme Invigorate. Be like the ideals. Okay, I was wrong about my bow stacks there. Inspiration's alright. I've been using that as well. Yeah, I think Inspiration's always been good with the range, to be honest. It's like, you have so many multi-hit abilities, and so getting just a little bit more value from your multi-hit abilities in the sense of the little bit of a dread refund, it adds up. It's actually useful. Yeah, like while I was doing Art Glacier with Magic Ranged Hybrid, I used Inspiration. I found that to be the... Like, it was easiest to get guarantee I could get all the rotations out that way. You got a lot of adrenaline back from it. Because, like, especially in a poison build, your advantage to use your damage over time is a lot. I haven't really felt the difference in the tier 100, right? Like, where I've noticed the difference the most is at the last boss when I upgraded my necromancy weapons. But yeah, at the other bosses I haven't really felt it. And the only place that I've used the upgraded weapons is at part of it is, though, like, at the time I got the shards, I was still sort of working stuff out, especially, like, on the second boss. So, and, like, the fact that I'm not doing the exact same thing I was doing previously, it's kind of hard to notice from that perspective as well. No way! No way! 200 HP? I autoed the pillar. And I was like, surely that auto is gonna kill the pillar. And it did not. It made me sad. Okay, I wasted so much time there. I'm definitely getting the mechanic here, and I deserve it. Dude, I want to teleport. I hate this. I did so bad. No way. I thought I timed that disruption shield, but it got taken by the auto. Oh my god, it's still not... Dude, we have gotten 2 extra mechanics. 3 extra mechanics! Oh my god. What is this, right? Why did I become such a meme? Dude, the boss should be almost dead by now. That's how bad this is. Maybe I've always been a meme, I don't know. Oh my gosh, if this obelisk doesn't die... No! Why did I escape? No! What the heck? I managed to take damage to the floor denial 3 times. If you just stand still, it'll hit you twice. But, like, I was trying to surge behind the obelisk to, like, avoid it entirely, but I ended up, escaping. And so then, like, I don't know, I don't know, I escaped again. I don't know why I escaped again, but that was awful, right? It's like I managed to sign and die almost instantly. Actually, I think I took damage to it 4 times, because I both signed and died, right? You have to get hit twice by it to die, or to sign, and then once again to die. Like, literally no clue how I managed that. I don't know, that kill was about to give me an aneurysm though, so... Didn't want the kill anyway. You know, it is kind of satisfying to get a new crit buff, like the tick the old one ends. Like, I appreciate things like that. Also, this obelisk is not dying. Okay. You get a G-staff on there for the melee rotation. Oh no, why did I roar? Oh my god. Well, whatever. You know. Alright. Yeah, let's kill one scarab. We should prevent the healing here. Like, is the healing per obelisk? I feel like it doesn't heal as much the second time. I don't know though. Alright, hopefully we get it dead, and this kill won't give me an aneurysm like the last kill. Yeah, it's like, I haven't been using the obliteration the second go around most of the time. It feels like it doesn't heal as much as it would have the first time. Okay, let's, the G-staff might have been a little ambitious. I want to Zerk here. Relent Zerk. Toxic, right? Toxic. Alright. Okay. 5k HP is toxic. Dude, I like dread Nakatra the entire rest of the dungeon run. I don't know. I feel as if you don't like the second boss. I don't like the crystals. No, I don't. Okay. So, like, I'm trying to kill it before that set of crystals. Like, after the second obelisk, I got the second set of crystals. I got 2 sets of crystals. It's like, I don't like how my strategy worked out. I should be able to kill it before that second set of crystals. It's just I didn't play very well. I think after I get the new magic weapons, it will help significantly. I also, like, I dropped the sun instead of doing a meta, so I think that's kind of like what threw off my timing. I think I need the Zerk earlier. It's like, I don't know, I feel like if I get it's really weird, right? I don't exactly understand how to get my ultimates to line up with the mechanics very well in the last part yet, so I need to work on that. Oops. See, like, he always does the first crystal, like, right away after the second obelisk if I skip the scarabs, which is okay. Like, I sort of have a plan to deal with it there, but then I just kind of fall apart. And if I get the second crystal, like, it really messes me up because it's usually, like, at the beginning of the Zerg. So I need to Zerg earlier somehow, but I don't, I don't know how, right? It's like, I feel like if I don't... Like, I have to do something with magic because my Zerg is on cooldown from the previous part, you know? And, so... The question is, like... Do I, like, at Tsunami FSOA meta? That feels like the thing to do. But at the same time, if I do that, I feel like my Zerg gets delayed. And I'm not gonna Zerg in the middle of a meta. That just sounds stupid, you know? So, although maybe that's the play, I doubt it, but you know, maybe I'll just try zerking earlier, no matter what, no matter like what I've done with magic already or not, you know. Or you know what I could do is like tsunami my next zerk and just go ham with the crit buff. Maybe that's the play. Dude, I'm paying like no attention to what's actually going on here. Are we winning? I have no clue. I'm not even targeted the boss. I have all this adren too, and I have all stacks of everything. Nice. Yeah, all of my brain power is going to thinking about the second boss. I'm not focused on Nakatra at all. I am electronically physically in the arena, but my brain is not here. Alright, we have the Horse of Time. Dude, I'm so scared right now. Holy, range is scary. I'm also out of crit buff. And a dread. Alright, we got it to 68k. Alright. We have a cat horse. Man, I tried staying ranged. I feel like I could have done better. There it is. That's the orb. That's what we need. That's what we need. Dude, finally. What's the KC here? Alright, the memes were worth it. 193 KC, hard mode, 8 normal modes. We finally got our singular orb after 6 wands. Watch pet be like 1 in 1,000. I can't see it being that much, right? It's like, you think about hard mode Zook. They set it at like 200 kills for the special skin on the pet, right? Which is kind of like the aura here. So I feel like they expected this boss to be like half as hard as Zook, and the Zook pet is pretty common, I think. I don't know, I would expect it to be like half the Zook pet drop rate based on like the special aura and like golden pet Zook pet association sort of thing, but you know, that's just a guess. Okay, I'm gonna go make some tea, then come back and pick me 443, take it back. Okay, fair enough. I will take it back. Alright, I'm gonna go make tea and then come back and perk up the orb. Well, considering I die on Nakatro so much, it's been a long time. Like, we could probably tally it up from all the stream durations since Sanctum released. But like, I don't know, at least 10 hours a day. Plus, like, you also gotta factor in the learning time was pretty steep. It's got a pretty big learning curve to it. Like, I learned it with Necro too, and then I'm like, screw Necro, I don't find this fun. So I relearned it with other combat styles. You know what I mean? So, like, I had to learn it twice. Anyway, I'll actually be right back now. Alright, let's get this orb. You would have thought I would have made 2 augmenters when I got the wand, you know, because obviously I'm gonna need one. But apparently not. So did I make an equipment separator? No. Alright, let's get the energy. We're going to need our Imperium core as well. Just gonna steal the perk off of it. Let's open that up. And then you know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and grab our miscellaneous stuff. I think I've been ignoring most of the normal Iron Man things while I've been doing Sanctum. I ignore them most of the time anyway, but let's see, we need the Kingdom map to put money in. Oops. We need any dragon hide we have. We need something to put in the alchemizer. Just doing the invention machines really quick. Oh, we didn't get our mahogany logs. Sorry, the old melee dungeon run? Damn, that just sounds painful. It's like, I feel like melee is good for a few parts on the first and second boss, but like, I can't even imagine on the last boss. Okay. Oh, not discover. Alright. We need an equipment separator, of which we can apparently make 30. Because I have 101 undead components on here somehow. Dude, the amount of scavenging I must have done at some point is just, like, insane, right? Like, actually, what even does the invention badge look like on this account? Or I guess it's not quite as healthy as I thought it was gonna be. I think, like, you know, mostly I use the Illajuncan and Noxious components, you know, so like those are already always almost out. And so like the other ones are just a byproduct of scavenging for those, I think. Okay, it's you know, the thing is, like, I might actually end up switching these perks around at some point. Because the, like, I have so many wands, right? So I might end up using main hand switches if I want. Like, I might end up with, like, a main hand flanking, a main hand lunging or something at some point on this account. Actually, would I even need to switch the perks around? I would want... I would want to at least for the flanking. Yeah, so if I don't get at least one more orb, I would switch them around probably. Actually, no, because flanking doesn't benefit from the equipment set, right? So, like, I can just use my... Like, what am I gonna do with this Ice-Dyed Imperium core anyway? You know what I mean? So, there we go. We can retire our Imperium core to the fletching tab with stuff we don't use. Dude, like, sometimes I look through the bank on my Iron Man and it surprises me. Like, actually what I have on here, right? It's like a bunch of random stuff. Keepsake to override the orb because it's ugly. I actually haven't paid too much attention to what it looks like. So I guess we will get to see here. Let's update our magic preset to include our new Ode to Deceit. And switch to our magic gear. We gotta unlock the inventory and the bar, so we can move it to the bar. Alright, now let's see what it looks like. Oh, you know, I don't think that's too bad. I kind of like it. The wand, though, right? The wand just looks like a giant fan. Right? I feel like it's too... The end of it's, like, too bulky. You know what I mean? Like, if it did the same, like, effect, but smaller, it would be cool. So, the wand and orb benefit the bleeds. So you still get the damage boost for it being a higher tier weapon than the appraisals, and the Soulfire is actually really good. So, like, I can see like if you're hybriding, for instance, I can see the Soulfire, which is the special attack of the wand, being good even in a sunshine, and like the set effect for having both, the 30% damage increase from damage over time, applies to the Soulfire, I believe. So, in that sense, like, the weapons are still worth and kind of good. They don't synergize with, like, the way magic currently does damage, which is send Tsunami FSOA and hit your good buttons. I got the orb. I did get the orb finally at 193 hard bones. I mean, Soulfire isn't boosted by sun, but it does enough damage to be worth using, even in a sun. I think maybe the first hit is boosted by sun. Well, I don't understand why you would have to keep FSOA on inside sun though. Like, you can FSOA special attack and like attack with any magic weapon and get the effect.